but still very, very good. And these are the teams taking part in today's match. First of all, there's the Bradman 11, and that takes in Bob Simpson, the former Australian captain, Greg Ritchie, Greg Chappell, who's leading the side today, David Hooks, Doug Walters, Zoe Goss, a prominent woman cricketer in Australia, then Simon O'Donnell, Steve Rickson, Paul Vaughton, Jeff Thompson, Dennis Lilly, and Michael Whitney. And the World 11, some great names there. Some of them have been out of the game for a short time, some for a longer time. Barry Richards at the top of the order, and Sunil Gavaskar, who used to be the greatest run-getter in Test match cricket. David Gower, Brian Lara, who is now the holder of the record score in Test matches and in first-class matches. Graham Pollock, who has hopped on an aeroplane to come here to Sydney to take the place of Viv Richards, who couldn't play, and he is in reasonable form at the moment, Graham Pollock. Jeff Dujon, wonderful wicket-keeper batsman from the West Indies. Abdul Kader, Ernie Dingo, well known on the stage, Joel Garner, Michael Holding, Gary Sweet, who played Bradman in the Bodyline series, and Andy Roberts, the great pace bowler from the West Indies. And now, in the absence of Tony Greig, here is Mahatma Kote with his pitch report.
Oh, thank you very, very much, Mr. Benno. You are my favorite commentator. What a catch, what a catch. I love your work. On only 2 occasions in my cricket career with the Habib Bank was I allowed to be captain, made captain by my captain in the car back seat. But I did know on those occasions the value of knowing what the wicket is going to do. And we have a couple of tests. First, we do the roll test. We see how much rolling this wicket has had, how flat the wicket is. But to do this, we must really become the roller ourselves. I'll show you. We get down on the wicket, and we are rolling along the wicket to see how flat this wicket is being. And I can tell you by that feeling, that wicket is feeling very, very flat. Now the next very important test. Now as you can see, there is not a lot of grass on this wicket. So the next test is very important. Where's my key, please? No, that is the key to the beautiful Toyota. Now that is what I call a key. That is in fact Fatima Pants. It is my niece Fatima Pants, her 18th birthday key. Now we'll try and see if we can get this particular key into the wicket. Obviously, you see we can't get the key in, which indicates this is a very, very hard pitch. But it is what is under the wicket which is important. Let me show you. This is the real test for us. And to see what is under the wicket, we do this. Let's just have a look at what is under this wicket here. And oh yes, so look at this. Finding spinner and some nuts. This probably explains why this wicket is going to be turning. Something in for the spinners. We'll just put that back there. And I think that Michael Holding will be looking for that spot this afternoon. Thank you very, very much. So, all in all, a pretty good batting wicket with just perhaps the, just perhaps the slightest tinge of green out here. But anyway, let's go and have a look at the weather wall. As you can see, in Bombay, we are never having access to the Schweppes weather wall. We are simply using the wall. But it can tell us many things. You can see how dry it is, which will be an indication there has been no rain and there will be no rain. If we have a look at the temperature, we feel it will be about 29 degrees. And from the player's comfort, this is a very, very comfortable wall. And I will be watching the cricket from here. It is back to you, Mr. Benno.
Thanks very much indeed, Mahatma. Lovely conditions here at the SCG today. Greg Chappell won the toss and decided to bat. We're going to join it now with the first ball. Bob Simpson, the former Australian captain, is taking strike. Andy Roberts is the bowler. And in the commentary box, Bill Laurie and Tony Greig.
2 slips and a gully in for Andy Roberts.
So Roberts to Simpson. And he's got that one away straight away. So Simpson off the mark. That's always a nice feeling, no matter what level of cricket you're playing in. Straight back down the pitch. That's nice and straight, and it's gone running away down towards the boundary. And who's after it? Gary Sweet's chasing, and David Gower. Gower doing the right thing there. He's feeling a bit on. I'm not too sure about his arm. I think he had a few problems with his shoulder. He's got that one away nicely, Ritchie. They look just quite happy at the moment, just to nudge the singles away. That's Ernie Dingo there, and taking a little bow after that fumble. The crowd behind him getting onto him a bit. Ernie Dingo flew all the way in from America yesterday to play in this match. Absolutely dead keen he is.
Ritchie getting it square. Sonny Gavaskar, the fieldsman. Oops. These are to his teammate to clean up. Well, the world's best ever batsman, Sonny Gavaskar. Lost a bit of inner soul there, I think, out of his pocket.
Perhaps he's taken those inner soles out there as are they spares? Or the soles have come with his shoes, have they?
Well, that's a first. Jeff Dudon's got a marker now. That's all Jeff Dudon wants in front of him now is a pair of feet. Graham Pollock at second slip, Gavaskar at first.
That's very well played. Nice little late cut there. Nudged away down to Holding. And watch this throw.
Not too much aggression from Simpson and Greg Ritchie here. They're having a good look at the bowling. Bobby Simpson always a beautiful cutter. Good technique. Right over the top of that. Beautifully played.
Well, that's a beautiful shot from Greg Ritchie. A bit short. It's a shot we've seen him play a lot. Onto the back foot, and he's got that one away through wide mid-on. You can remember that for a while.
So he likes to hit it through mid-on, or finish mid-wicket. He hit that beautifully. David Gower.
Hello, hello.
Bill Lorry here.
Bill Lorry, I recognise the name.
That's very good of you. Acting captain at the moment?
Looks like it. No one else wants to do it. Sunil's shoes have come off, or the soles have come off. They've been in Bombay so long they've just rotted, I think.
Oh, he's got that one away over the top, and that'll go down to the fence for 4. Yes, that's a good shot. That's very well played. That was just outside off stump. Nicely cut away there by Simpson.
It's one of Bobby Simpson's strengths as he squared the wicket play. It was quite full, but he got it on the rise and hit over the gully, raced away for 4.
Well, there it is. The Bradman 11 batting. No wicket for 28. Ritchie and Simpson are out there. Greg Ritchie and Bob Simpson, 16 and 11. And Michael Holding's going to continue with 2 slips in the gully. Ritchie's on strike. Ernie Dingo just forgetting that he's got to come in from third man to mid-off at the end of the over. He's in place now. Holding continuing. He's got that one away, and they'll probably settle for 1. Right, Michael, can you hear me?
Yep, I can.
And Bobby Simpson's plugged in as well, so perhaps you'd like to tell us or tell him what you're going to do to him this ball.
Well, what I had intended to do about 2 days ago, I no longer intend to do. I intended to bowl him a short ball, but I think his wife talked me out of that.
Good thinking, Michael.
Well played, Simo.
If he continues like that, I don't mind.
So how are you finding it, Bob?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, Tony. The wicket's beautiful, a little slow, but yeah, it's just fun to be out here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. It's something I don't suppose I really thought I'd do, after about 15 years ago, but it's great fun. Good to be back with some old friends and exchanging some pleasantries out here in the middle.
Well, that's well fielded. Oh, it's to mid-on. So Brian Lara's there, and he's wide awake. You'll have to be careful of him, Bob.
Yeah, he's a good field. Pleased to see he's not in the slips because he's really quite magnificent there. But he's a great all-round cricketer, Brian. He's come on wonderfully well, and he's a credit to the game.
Righto, Michael, he can't hear us. What about letting him have one?
I don't think so, Tony.
No?
No, he hasn't got a helmet on.
Okay, what about a Yorker then?
Well, I can try that, but I might get driven for 4. But I'll try it anyway.
Try slip one in. Oh, almost.
It's over.
3 runs from that over. No wicket for 31. So 8 overs have been bowled. Andy Roberts having a little chat to David Gower there. No wicket for 31. The score in the commentary box now, it's going to be Ian Chappell and Richie Benaud.
I can remember days gone by, Richie, when you didn't have to chat too much to Andy to get him to have one more. That's a lovely shot from Bob Simpson. Beautiful timing. It was probably his best shot in his heyday, the square cut.
A super stroke, that one. He's got right over the top of it and hit it just in front of point. Lovely timing and excellent placement as well. Greg Ritchie's called him to come back for a second. Bob looks to be the fitter of the pair. It's no wicket for 40. Greg Ritchie is the man hitting away there to deep mid-wicket.
Just beats the dive of Ernie Dingo and into the boundary.
That was bad luck for Ernie. It was a very, very good effort to get across there. It's quite a firm drive from Greg Ritchie.
Michael Holding, can you hear me?
Can.
Ian Chappell here. Michael, what was it? If you want to drive, rent a car?
Yes, but unfortunately we are not in Barbados.
You're not suggesting you're a bit too old nowadays, are you, mate?
I am a bit chappelly, but let's see what I can do about that.
He's done it, depending on the wicketkeeper, of course. And Geoffrey Dujon didn't move quite as smoothly to that as he might have, but just a little indication from Michael Holding there that there's still a yard or two of pace available. If the batsman has just driven you straight down the ground, there's still the opportunity to test him out on the one that's slightly shorter, and Duge couldn't quite make it.
Michael, we can't unfortunately put you through to Geoffrey Dujon. Have you got any message you'd like to pass on to him?
Well, it's the usual story. Whenever I'm bowling, Geoffrey Dujon never takes my catches.
I thought he was a Jamaican like you too.
Yes, but unfortunately he can't remember that. My 250th test wicket should have been his to take, but he didn't. Such is life.
They've got great memories, these fast bowlers. Nine runs off that over. It's none for 49 after 10. Ernie Dingo is now having a trundle from the Randwick end. That's a fine shot. Bob Simpson picking the gap from the bowling of Ernie Dingo. Many acting talents and also talent in the area of humour. Ernie Dingo starred in the television series Heartland.
Very good Yorker. He's played a bit of cricket and played basketball and Australian rules football at state level, so he's an athlete as well as being a fine actor and a bowler of a Yorker.
Ernie Dingo has a chance here. Barry Richards is the man at square leg. So Ernie Dingo has broken through with the short pitch delivery.
Everyone who ever watched Lillian Thompson bowl likes to drop one in short, dig it in, get it up at the batsman and have him miscue a pull or a hook, and that's what Ernie Dingo has just done. One for 57 here at the SCG.
Number 3 batsman for the Bradman 11, Greg Chappell, their captain, now aged 46, played in 74 one-day internationals, and the top score of 138 not out.
And he dingoes the bowler, and Greg Ritchie's gone again. Some quite reasonable touch, and he's working on the basis that it's easier to hit fours and avoid the quick single. Gone again. There's a chance of a quick 3, but decide just to do the 2. Pitch out there looks to be very good. There's not much pace in it, but we'll see some spin a little later on when Abdul Qadir is called into the attack. He has the chance again to shows his throwing arm. Yes, Abdul Qadir has been playing some first-class cricket in Pakistan, and not so long ago, when he'd recovered from an injury, he did make himself available for first-class cricket again. He was a fine performer. He's 39 years of age, so still some cricket in him.
Ernie Dingo was the commentator on the bicentennial match between the Aboriginal 11 and the Australian 11 played at Manly Oval back in 1988. Obviously didn't learn much about catching off his own bowling while he was watching that match.
He's got hold of that one. That's a good hit. Nice hit over long on for 4. 4 fours for Greg Ritchie. He moves to 46.
Yes, I think Ernie Dingo is going to have to get one back into the deep. So 46 with 4 boundaries, just 53 balls. This has been a good effort by Greg Ritchie. This is the last delivery. It was a full toss, and he heaves it over the top of wide long on.
Change of pace there.
Yes, I think he was trying to bowl the slow ball there. It did come out the back. He went around and it come out. There we are. Well, now you haven't seen that one before.
Fairly good control, really, when you think about it. It's gone. Unfold, of course. The old Greg Ritchie got the crowd in.
That is well fielded by Ernie Dingo. It's in the air. This could be out. Holding's underneath it. Yes, he's gone. So he's skied that one high. Holding just trotted around, no trouble at all, and made the catch. So Ernie Dingo has got his second wicket, the wicket of Greg Ritchie.
That's Greg Ritchie looking for 50 down the ground, but under that a bit. And Michael Holding, always a brilliant fieldsman in the outfield, caught the straightforward catch. The delivery, just a little bit of twirl there, maybe off cutter. Ritchie going for the 6 down the ground, didn't quite get it. That's the end of a good knock, though. He played very well for 46. The 16th over, it's 2 for 78. New batsman David Hooks, South Australia. Good afternoon, David. Bill Laurie here.
G'day, Bill. How are you?
Bit nervous?
A little bit nervous, Bill. Yes, the Sydney Cricket Ground. Not my favourite batting strip, this one.
Just remember the centenary test and Tony Greig, mate.
But he ain't out here.
Sunil Gavaskar, the captain, facing the field. Very bouncy action for Cardo. He's got strong fingers and really will give the ball a big tweak like Shane Warne. Not as accurate as Shane Warne, but certainly a great spinner. David Hooks is not the best player of spin in the world. This will be an interesting battle here.
This is going to be interesting, Hooksy.
Well, it's the only time I've ever wanted Joel to stay on.
But of course, for the fieldsmen, they go out to the boundary. 2 out now on the onside for David Hooks. Comes in at about a 45-degree angle to the bowling crease. Yeah. It's well played, using his feet to get to the half volley. Greg Chappell punches it through. Whitey Smith on for 2 as Gower picks it up. Greg Chappell coming back for the 3rd on David Gower's arm. Beautiful action. What's the power in the end? He really does give it a tweak. Whips through it. There's a big wrong one. Spun a mile. 2 for 93. Barry Richards at backward point. He'll make some runs on this pitch later on this evening. He's a beautiful time of the ball, Barry Richards. Along with Boycott. Solid defence. Beautiful stroke player. No apparent weakness, Barry Richards. He's batting. That's out. Straight to mid-wicket. The leggy for Ernie Dingo receives the Australian 11 captain.
Yes, he's a pretty versatile character, Ernie Dingo, and Blind Laura in there making the catch. Well, that's a big occasion for Ernie Dingo, that's for sure. Well, Ernie, what a big occasion that was.
Yeah, mate. I might not be as black as Eddie Gilbert, I might not be as fast, but I know how he feels.
Well, there it is, taken by Brian Lara. 3 for 95.
New batsman is Doug Walters. A tremendous ovation. Sydney's favourite cricketer, I would think, since the Second World War. Getting a tremendous ovation. He'll enjoy playing against the spin of Abdul Cardo as well. He's a beautiful player of spin, Doug Walters.
He's got a bit of variety, Ernie. He's bowled a few outswingers. Got Greg Chappell with a leg break. Doug Walters picking up a single with a typical shot to mid-wicket, bringing up the 100. So, Greg, you'd perhaps like to talk us through the delivery that got you.
We should never make any statements. Jeff Dujon was standing up and he said, come on, you've had about enough now. And I said, well, if I can get 50, I'll try and see if I can give some people some catching practice. And it was the only option I had was to try and hit it over the top, because at that stage I wasn't going to be doing too much more running. And I'm looking pretty thin there, actually, which is good. I just didn't quite get a hold of it. Straight up to Michael.
That's a fairly typical shot from Hooksy. That's the one that Ernie Dingo was talking about. Lofting away to mid-wicket. Hey, Hooksy, they're not quite as short, the boundaries here, mate. You want to go back to Adelaide Oval?
Well, you only get 2 less here, though. And they don't hit you out as often as your grandfather's gates did.
What? Don't tell me they caught you in it, took you in a bit, did they?
Only for 15 years.
Very deft little touch there from David Hooks down the leg side. 7 runs off the over. It's 3 for 106. Oh, in your heyday, that would have been a 6, Hooksy.
Yeah. You've got a long memory, though, Ian.
Didn't miss leg stump by much either, David. Simon O'Donnell is number 7. But he's obviously fancies he's going to get a few overs from Joel Garner. What was he like? Was he a nervous character when he played, Greg?
Oh, nothing's changed. Scuba used to like to have lots of padding on there.
That's well bowled. Beautifully pitched Rongan. It's 3 for 115. David, we're just about to have a replay of that last delivery. Anything you've got to say in your own defence before we replay it?
I didn't play at it. No, nothing in my defence, Ian, unfortunately.
Oh, David, I beg to differ, mate.
It's very good, Rongan.
It's a lovely shot from David Hooks. Trial by videotape, David. We've just found you guilty.
And what did I get, 2 matches?
Yeah, a couple of matches, yeah.
Yeah, another couple of hours in the nets, I think. Very, very good ball.
This is a great delivery from Abdul Qadir. Shane Warne would have been proud of that one.
That's where he liked to swing them away on the onside. Just a couple of bounces. It's one thing I've found, David, as you get older, you lose a bit of power.
It was a stand-up treble to right field, though.
What do you think we're playing, the Little League?
Over 35s, of which many of you up there have been in for a long time.
How are you holding up there, Ernie? This is a long stint.
No, it's all right, mate. I got Oaksy this time.
Oh, you're puffing a bit?
I got him this time, mate.
Righto, we've got Ernie Dingo and David Hooks able to talk to each other. Anything you want to tell him, Ernie?
Yeah, mate. Just give me a look at them wickets.
Okay.
Mate, you're up in the best position. If I set him up for a catch, where's the best place?
About the third tier of the Rawongle stand would be pretty handy, I think.
We want the bugger out of there, mate. Here, Hooksy. Ready? Hit him up, you fool.
Another boundary to David Hooks. 15 runs off that over. It's 3 for 130. Hooks, he's hit that one very well. I take it back, David. You haven't lost any power.
There's a bit of breeze out here, Ian.
Big breeze, is it?
Yeah, big breeze.
That's a good hit, mate.
Thank you.
What was it? The wrong one? The leg break?
That was the leg break.
Some young lady waving to you there, David, in the crowd. She just missed it. She wants it a little bit more to the left.
And you might lose it.
No, we can't find the ball. Lost ball, Hooksy.
Runs in the backyard at Torrensville.
How many runs?
6 plus what you've scored.
6 plus what you can run while they're finding it, is it?
It's not on that train, is it, going to Port Adelaide?
What was that school you went to? That's Underdale High or something, was it?
Yes.
Is that the sort of funny rules they played there, was it?
Yeah, they did, actually. And, well, hard wickets, cement wickets.
This is the sort of form that Hooksy had the day that he scored 100 off 34 balls against Victoria.
Yep, 2.
He's getting very confident now, nominating how many runs off the ball. 11 runs off that over. It's 3 for 141. Ernie, this is your final over, mate. You're pretty pleased about that?
Yeah, mate. I'm pretty pleased about it. I should have done some warm-ups. My back's as old as bloody Hooksy's, I think.
Hooks starting to time the ball pretty well. That's the 50 partnership. Doug Walters is currently on 7. Not often that you see Kevin Douglas outscored.
He's one of the sweetest timers of the cricket ball. that I had the pleasure to play with, David Hooks. When he was in this sort of form, it was very difficult to set fields to him. Not a lot of foot movement, but just a wonderful striker of the cricket ball.
Joel Garner not relishing that chase, and I've got some bad news for him. It's going to pull up. Well, hello, what's happened to that big arm? I can remember when Joel used to be able to fire him flat from out there. He's reduced to bowling him in now. Remember that arm, Greg? It used to be one of the biggest arms in cricket.
Certainly was, not only by size either. It was a great arm, whether it was bent or straight when he was bowling.
Ernie, Bill Laurie tells me you've just flown in from the States. 10 overs, 3 for 56. You must be pretty pleased with that.
Very pleased, mate. That's my best ever. Simply because I haven't done it before.
Career best, eh?
I know a bloke out in Alice at the moment, Les Knox, will be happy. He's been trying to do a lot with Aboriginal cricket. He's still got his boots. He probably wants them back.
Well, Les would be very proud of you, mate. He's certainly done a lot for Aboriginal cricket. He was behind that tour to England in 1988, that's right.
Yep. Yeah, I tried to ring him this morning, but he got a silent number. Stopped me ringing him, I think.
And Abdul has got David Hooks. David, just on your way out. No leg spinner should ever get you out?
Well, that's probably a silly statement in with the quality of Abdul Kader bowling. It's probably a silly comment. I was probably thinking about the leg spinner at the West Torrens B-grade nets.
Well played anyhow.
Thank you.
David Hooks, clean bowled by Abdul Kader.
Leg spinner here, Hooksy looking to hit that one high over the top of mid-off. Abdul Kader going straight through the guard, bowled in middle stump. And a very fine knock by David Hooks, 45 of 46 deliveries. It's 4 for 151.
Zoe, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Ian Chappell speaking.
How you going?
Good, thanks. How are you?
That's good to have some company. Thanks.
Dead ball called there by umpire Crafter. Abdul Kader bowling to Zoe Goss, the new batsman, all-rounder in the Australian women's cricket team. Western Australian all-rounder. Zoe, how are you feeling? A little nervous facing Abdul?
Oh, hell yeah.
You've got a few good leggies in women's cricket.
Yeah, they're up and coming. You know, Shane Warne has had an effect on women's cricket as well.
That was well bowled. He just tossed that one up a little bit, and that's umpire Crafter having a little giggle in the background there. Well, that is a very good ball. Spun away, just beat the outside edge. It's well played. Well, how's it going, Zoe? Tony Gregg here.
How are you going, Tony? I'm getting there. A little bit nervous. Yep.
Sonny Gavaskar has taken over the attack, and he looks as if he's going to be bowling leg spinners, but that one very short and pulled away by Doug Walters to the boundary for 4. Oh, there's a mix-up here, and oh, that was close. Zoe Goss sending Dougie Walters back quite right too. For the pull shot again, and that's another 4. He does play that shot and always has beautifully.
Sunil Gavaskar used to bowl medium pace, but he switched to leg spin today.
Zoe Goss getting that one away just behind point, and the fieldsman down there, big bird gone, just putting one of those size 14s in behind the ball. Batting out there, Zoe Goss is on strike. Barry Richards bowling his little off spinners, and they aren't causing too many problems at the moment. Got into that one, hit that one down towards deep square leg, and that'll go for 4. She timed that one pretty well. Yes, it'll get there. 10 runs off the over, 4 for 184. Four for 184. Gavaskar continuing, and he's pulled that one again down to the fence for 4. Well, he's certainly getting that pull shot going. Not many in the world play it better than Dougie Walters. That's taken it. What a catch. That was way down in the deep there. David Guffer running away to his right, and he really did keep his eye on the ball and took a superb catch. He got himself around towards square leg, and that was good moving by David Gower. So Sonny Gavaskar has struck, and that's the end of Doug Walters.
That'll be a highlight of Sunil Gavaskar's career. Doug really got onto that. Of all the pull shots he's played, that one was closer to the middle of the bat, and Gower has judged it absolutely beautifully. And Walters out for 33, 5 for 188.
Simon O'Donnell is the new batsman. He married Rebecca on the 9th of December. He's only just arrived back from his honeymoon. 6 test matches in all. In fact, that's his one-day record. And have a look at that strike rate. That really was well known for. His ability to come in and really lift the run rate. Graham Pollock, I don't think they're going to get him out of the slip cordon. And behind the stumps there, the wicketkeeper is Jeff Dujon. He flew in from Jamaica a day and a half ago. Oh, that's well played. Simon O'Donnell's got that one through the offside field, and that's flying away down towards the boundary for 4. Very well played. He's got that one away down towards Andy. Yes, it is Andy Roberts down there, and he'll probably just make it. There's Jeff Duchon, the wicketkeeper, is out there. He's actually going to be flying off tomorrow morning, first up, to play in the Jack Newton Celebrity Classic. And it hits off at the Novotel Twin Waters Resort on Monday and Tuesday this week. And she's got that one away. It's going down the ground. Ernie Dingo's running after it, but I don't think he's going to get there. Into the fence it goes. So that's the end of the over. 11 from it. It's 5 for 200. It's Michael Holding who opened the bowling, back into the attack now. Michael Holding bowled 5 overs and took 1 for 17. Well, that's way down the leg side and wide signal. I think he was trying to bowl a slower one there.
This is Jeffrey Dujon in the 2,000 runs and 200 dismissals bracket. Alan Knott, 4,389 runs and 269 victims. Rodney Marsh, 3,633 and 355 wickets.
Simon O'Donnell's had a go at that one. It's gone high. It's going to be caught. He's underneath it. Oh, yes, he's got it. What a good catch. A magnificent catch by Gary Sweet in the deep. He went running backwards. That was an outstanding catch. What a good effort that was. It went up miles.
I'll be interested to get Paul Vorton's comments on that catch. It was absolutely outstanding.
Yes, well, he's getting the congratulations of everyone out there, and Simon O'Donnell's on his way back to the pavilion. Let's have another look at it.
It's very, very well judged, and even though he was tumbling away in the end, he still got himself into excellent position. Simon O'Donnell goes, and it's 6 for 207.
So Steve Rickson is the new batsman. Current coach of the New South Wales Shield team. And Graham Pollock now has moved back into slip, and Holding is off his long run to Zoe Goss. Well, this will get her attention, that's for sure. How you feel, Zoe? Oh, not a bad shot. That was a slow one.
Oh, glad to still be here.
Ball's taken a bit of a battering. The pitch is quite dry, as is normally the case here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Goss there with the back toe, tapping away, quite nervous. She's done the right thing. She's putting bat on ball all the time. Coming back for the second on David Gower's arm.
Hey, Big Bird, Ian Chappell speaking. Can you hear me?
Yes, Ian.
How are you? Nice to see you back in Australia.
Thank you.
You're almost a regular visitor now.
They keep letting me in. The immigration keeps letting me in.
Well, I'm sure they'd be too frightened to not let you in. Gary Sweet is going back, but he's not going to get this one.
Zoe Goss going down the ground as Simon O'Donnell did, but got more bat onto it with both hands, and Gary Sweet was looking for the second catch, but it fell safely over his head.
It's a lovely shot from Zoe Goss, giving David Gower a long chase. Hey Zoe, you know what happens after you drive Michael Holding. You know what follows, don't you?
Yeah.
Just as well you ran 3.
I wanted a single on the one that I hit.
6 for 227.
Dujon and bat. Such a wonderful evening. Gavaskar and Richards to open. That'll be worth seeing. Gower at 3, Pollock at 4, Wire at 5.
That's well bowled. Well taken by Jeffrey Dujon. Umpire Hare hasn't had to put his finger up, mainly because Zoe Goss is leaving, but she's done well. After a bit of a nervous start, she started to hit the ball quite solidly.
Wasn't a bad delivery either. It spun. She was coming down the wicket to hit him over long on somewhere. And the crowd giving her great support here, Zoe Goss. There's a lot of pressure on her here today. She was on hiding to nothing. She's played very well.
Is that the best reception you've ever had, Zoe?
Oh, for sure.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Well done. Well, there must be plenty of Manly supporters here. Paul Vorton swinging from the rafters already, and he's not even within 100 yards of the wicket yet. But former Manly Rugby League player, and obviously played for Australia. And now Channel 9 Rugby League commentator. He looks professional. He's looked around the field.
The pull.
I think he's just told Brian Lara the pull shot's his strong point. He'll probably give him the flipper.
He gave him the wrong and he played it pretty well.
It look all right?
Oh, he's looked good so far. He's got a bit carried away there, I think. Did you get a touch on it, Fatty?
Of course I did. Is that a run? That was a run, wasn't it? Yeah. Lovely.
He nearly signalled leg byes on you, mate.
Yeah,
7 for 229 after 45 overs. And it's going to be Abdul Qadir. This will test Fatty Borton out a bit. He might test out that pull shot if he gives him the flipper or the top spinner. Well, did you pick that one, Fatty, did you?
Oh, yeah, I picked it all right. What about the Jets crackers? Oh. Sorry, mate. Yeah, no worries.
Carter spinning the ball a mile here.
Michael again. And not even Michael can cut that one off. It's 7 for 238. In the commentary position now, we've got Tony Gregg, and with him a man doing his warm-up exercises, getting ready for a fielding stint, Greg Ritchie.
So, Brian, you plugged in?
Yes, I am.
Tony Gregg, yeah. Righto, well, this is going to be a bit of a test for you. Talk us through what you're going to bowl each ball. What's the first one going to be?
What's the first one? It's going to be a leg break pitch in about leg stump going to off.
Righto. I tell you what, he did pitch it about leg stump. It turned a bit. There wasn't a bad shot from Paul Borton, though. Righto. Well, there we are.
Fatty, Greg Ritchie, mate, don't let him bowl that stuff to you and get away with it.
Nah. Disappointed didn't go over, actually. Just didn't get onto it.
Right, Brian, what's the second one going to be?
I'm going to bowl another googly, but a little wider of off stump.
Okay.
Oh, well bowled. He got it to spin back a little bit. He was on the pull shot there, and it's well played too. Well, that brings up the 250. 7 wickets are down. It certainly turned back, didn't it?
Okay. What should I try next? I haven't bowled a maiden ball for the over.
Gone through the fingers of Michael Holding there at extra cover, and it's gone down towards the boundary. So the end of Brian Laura's over. It's 7 down for 255.
Abdul Qadir, Fatty. Just again, what's the plan going to be?
I've got no idea. Listen, as you watch his hand, can you tell me what they're going to be?
I'll see if I can call them for you.
Yeah,
okay?
good on you, champ.
Righto.
Oh, he's got him. Oh, he's got him. Righto, well, that's the end of Paul Borton. Having a go for the big one there, trying to hit it up onto the Doug Walton stand. Missed it, and Dujon taking the bails off.
Well, I thought Paddy was a little unlucky there. He's only had to connect that to see one of the biggest hits here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Just didn't quite get a hold of it, and he's unlucky to be stumped too. Trying to chick. Yes, nearly got there. Good tactics, but Dujon equal to the task. Borton dismissed. Very entertaining innings. Fatty, just a little unlucky there, mate. I thought you nearly got back.
You know, if I'd have had 2 good legs, I'd have got back there.
Exactly.
I'd still be out there.
One of Australia's finest ever bowlers. Arguably one of the fastest bowlers ever in the game.
Yes, was he quick. When he let it go and it all came together, he was as quick as they came.
Jeffrey Thompson has the nickname of Reggie. One of the great
Yeah, go on. I can hear you.
Baseball players, Reggie Jackson in America. He's been known to hit some high balls. What's it going to be today, Jeff?
I don't know, mate. I can't see him at the moment. Had a few heavy nights.
Bowled him! He's bowled him first ball. What's going on?
The one thing I've liked about you, Jeffrey, you've always been a very honest man, mate. Unlucky.
Very good bat.
Well, Gary Sweet just, well, it looks as if Dujon was suggesting that one curved a little bit.
Gary Sweet just getting one to nip back. Jeffrey moves inside it, plays down the wrong line. Gary Sweet pretty happy about it. No Reggie Jacksons today.
So Tomo accompanied off by the duck out there in the 49th over, 9 for 262.
Dennis, Greg Ritchie, mate, can you hear us?
Unfortunately, yes.
All right. Is the question was just asked up here, is that an aluminium thigh pad?
Hang on. Yep.
You're going to have to throw it away in a couple of balls then?
No. Hey? Oh,
Said you got...
what, my innings, you mean?
Yes, and apparently when he was asked about this match, Gary Sweet said all he really was concerned about was to avoid being hit on the head by Tomo. Well, I'm not too sure that he's done his cause too much good.
I don't think he'll take too kindly to it. Tomo, he might get away with it.
He's got stuck into that one and straight down his throat. He's hit that one straight down mid-off's throat. So that's the end of Dennis Lilly. Had a full-blooded drive at that one, and he hit it pretty well, but unfortunately straight to Ernie Dingo.
I'll tell you what, Ernie Dingo's had a great match, hasn't he? Wickets, catches. Takes this one, Kadir giving this one quite a lot of height. Lilly got it quite well, and Ernie Dingo caught that as easy as pie. In the final over, it's 10 for 265.
So there's Michael Whitney's record, age 35, and a top score of 9 not out. 38 matches. Now, Whit, 9 not out. That's correct, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a big day, Greggy. One of my more memorable batting performances.
Down the wicket, he's got to that one, smothered the spin, and he's got himself a single. Well, let's have a look at the Dennis Lilly dismissal.
Dennis Lilly got a good piece of that one. Straight down the ground, but Ernie Dingo, casual as you like, just took it so easily. But, yeah, man of the match performance so far by him.
Rickson going down the wicket, and that one not quite carrying to Gary Sweet, picking it up on the bounce, and Rickson back for the second. Steve, how you going?
Bit puffed, but doing all right.
Right, where are you hitting this one?
I'll go down the ground.
Right, good luck.
A little bit of onside play as well. No, had not.
You're going to have to whisper, I think. Enjoying yourself?
Mate, terrific. Yeah, great concept. And I think everyone that's been out here will have a good day. Or night. The hard bits to come. I've got to keep.
Oh, and that's got him. Is he asking for a replay? No, he's giving him in. In fact, he's giving him out. Yes, that's the end of that. So Michael Whitney out-stumped off the bowling of Abdul Qadir, and that is the end of the Australian innings.
Well, that was a good performance, and some very interesting and at times exciting and at times humorous cricket there played by both teams. Let's have a look at the scorecard now of the Bradman 11. Bob Simpson and Greg Ritchie started off very well with that 57-run partnership. And Greg Chappell and David Hooks played some good strokes. Doug Walters certainly hasn't lost his facility with the hook shot and the pull shot. And a nice performance there from Zoe Goss, who played very well after a nervous start and showed just why she's so highly regarded in women's cricket around the world. 29 from 38 balls. Simon O'Donnell out for 9. Steve Rickson went through to the end, unbeaten on 36. Paul Vorton, Jeff Thompson, Dennis Lilly and Michael Whitney did well enough to take it up to 269, with the Bradman 11 and the World 11 each batting 12 men. Bowling figures: Andy Robertson 1 for 31, Michael Holding 1 for 28, Joel Garner 5 overs for 12, he's lost nothing, and Ernie Dingo, a star, 10 overs 1 maiden, 3 for 56, Abdul Kader 4 for 46, he's lost no skill at all, looked very, very good out there, and Barry Richards, Sunil Gavaskar, Brian Lara and Gary Sweet filled in the overs to take it up to 260.